So let's start it off with Train, the first map in the best of 3 series. Virtus.pro and Fnatic going head to head. As I already mentioned, 2,000 euros up for grabs for the winner of this matchup. And the second team will still go out or go home with 1,000 euros. So there is basically no loser today. You can, or the team, the players and the viewers that tuned in early enough were able to participate in a giveaway by 99 Damage, giving away an X2430T monitor. The one that you saw behind me just a few moments ago. It's a real beauty and it's really lightweight compared to the Dell or to any other monitor or screen manufacturer. BenQ does a really good job of taking care of the gamer's needs. You know, if you're playing 8 hours a day, your eyes get really strainy, they get a kind of dry. I don't know if you know the feeling, but I'm an IT administrator, and after 8 hours of sitting in front of the screen, I kind of feel my eyelids scraping on my eyes, and BenQ tries to help you out with the eye care feature. Really cool stuff going on the screen. Also, it's really handy for LANs if you travel a lot or if you go to your best friend to play a round of CSGO sometimes and you want to get your own screen to come along with you. You have those small markings on the screen that help you tilt it and shift it the way you had it in your own setup. So you will always be used to the screen, kind of. You can always set it up the way it was when you last sat there. Especially handy for the pros on the LANs. You have seen that screen in action on Gfinity and also on ESL, ESEA LAN last weekend. So the biggest and best tournament organizers count on that screen to perform. And, well, if they choose it, I think there's not much that I need to say about that anymore. Let's kick it off with Train. We're just waiting for the players. It is going to be kind of, I don't know if it's a totally serious match, because there is money on the line. Not to, certainly not 100k like last weekend, but still 2,000 euros for one best of 3 series. I wouldn't say no if I won that much money by just competing in one evening. But since the two teams have met each other before and they met each other in games that counted for other bigger leagues, we might actually see some funny playing styles coming out of the teams. I don't know yet, because there is also the big factor of the rivalry between the two teams. Obviously, they don't want to upset their fans, so they will probably try to at least Pasha is opening crates right now. They will probably try to perform as good as possible, but if there is a chance to knife another player, I don't think that they will shy away from that. That's what I wanted to say. So welcome everybody, thank you for tuning in. I am the Boo from Germany, and welcome to the BenQ Showmatch for 2,000 euros between Virtus.pro and Fnatic. It is a best of 3 series. Train was picked by the Poles, while the Swedes went for Cobblestone, and the last and deciding map, if we needed, would be Mirage. So we will head into the knife round in a few moments. I'm really curious to see the two teams play Train. We haven't seen the map played too often recently, especially because there is still a lot of room for improvement on the map. Let's see what they make out of it. Of course, they are really experienced on the map. They have played it in 1.6. Especially Virtus.pro have probably played that map more than 1,000 times. And they should probably be able to take a few strategies to the new iteration of the map on CSGO. Even though the A bomb site got changed quite a lot and it's more or less like a deathmatch area in my opinion. As soon as there is an execution, everybody swarms in, just random positions get taken through the smoke, or you know, just the flashes being deployed on the various spots, and then in the end, the CTs end up on Pop Dog and the terrorists on CT spawn, something like that. We all saw that already on the map. Obviously, it depends on the team still. but the A bomb set is kind of random in my opinion. Now, it is a 1v1 already in the knife round, and Pasha manages to win it with his biceps, slices Crim's throat, makes it 1-0. Nah, it's just a knife round, so they get to pick the map, the side. And yeah, Neo will stay on the CT side. That's a reasonable choice to make. Obviously, Train is a heavily CT-sided map. And we will obviously count on Virtus.pro to take take the lead 10-5 at least. If they lose a pistol round, this could be a different result, but 10-5 is kind of mandatory on the CT side if you want to win on your terrorist side on Train. 5 rounds is kind of a lot already for the terrorists, but we will see how Fnatic is able to perform on this map. They are the heavy favorites on CSGO Lounge with odds of, I believe it was 27 in favor of the Poles and 73 in favor of Fnatic. Now Fnatic starting off with aggression in A main, but they already have 2 players in B hallways as well. And the CTs have 2 at B, 2 in A, and 1 is pushing up Ivy. It is Pasha, and he gets a headshot onto Pronex already, dropping the bomb. Really looking good for Virtus.pro right now. They obviously rotate their players over there, and look at that. Snacks picking up a frag onto a JW. Olaf is in some trouble inside the A bomb set. He tries to just push through and uses his skill to take out Snacks. Flasher tries to help him out a little bit, pushes through to the back alley as well, and gets into the CT's back. Now Virtus.pro needs to watch out. They lose players left and right. Taz fights his way back into the A bomb site with a kill onto Olaf Meister, but he can't really help Pasha and Neo right now. Even though Pasha gets 1 frag, Crims is able to reply. Now it's a 1v2 situation. This is perfectly possible for Crims to clutch, but Neo is the very experienced player, you know. He's just tagging Crims and then backs off. Now Taz and Neo are sticking together, and they should have this round in the bag if they stick together like they do right now. Crims on the rotation towards A main, and Taz is there inviting him to spawn in the next round. 1-0 in favor of Virtus.pro on the CT side. Looking good for the Poles right now. Obviously, that first round doesn't tell us how this whole best-of-3 series will go, but at least Virtus.pro have picked up the momentum right now, and considering they won yesterday on Overpass against Fnatic, this might kind of spark some momentum for the Poles. Now it's next with the MP7 Bison for Neo, a weapon that we haven't seen too much lately, and a P90 for Pasha, MP9 actually for Snacks, and MP7 for Bialy. I just mistook the 2 small SMGs. Taz with the rifle, and Fnatic with the reinforced by CZ75s, Tech 9, basically every weapon that is feasible for them in the hands of the terrorists right now, just because they didn't win the they just didn't win the pistol and obviously didn't get the bomb planned. There is no way or no real reason for them to go for a save. They need to save another round anyway, so why not go for the investment straight away. They are lining up on the B bomb set right now with only Olaf Meister over at the A bomb set in Pop Dog, and he will probably join his teammates on the push, but Fnatic keeps that backdoor to A open in case that they will meet a very hard wall in B. They can still swing around. Bialy goes for the peek onto Olaf while Snacks takes out JW. Crims with a P250 frag onto Taz. Another one goes down to Crims. Really good job on the CTs already. Just taking down 2 of them makes it so much more expensive, and Crims goes to work onto Neo. Such surprises him with the flank. 2v2 situation now. Crims with 3 frags and still enough HP. As I say, he has enough HP. Pasha comes in and Bialy pushes into the back of Pronex. Doesn't let them get away with this round. 2-0 on top of everything. The time was running low on Fnatic as well, so the Swedes probably wouldn't have been able to plant the bomb in time if Virtus.pro wouldn't, you know, Pasha and Bialy would have really messed up if they had allowed Fnatic to get the bomb planned in that situation. Now another save for the terrorists and easy frags for Neo to start it off with the USP headshot onto Pronex. Crims and Flusher are down as well. Snacks comes in with 1, and it's a second frag for Neo with only the pistol. Good job on this anti-eco round. 3-0 now. Virtus.pro winning the mandatory rounds against the Swedes, and it is time to see where 5 AKs for Fnatic now, and P90 still for Pasha, and MP9 for Snacks and Taz. Let's see what they are up to with those weapons. They go for the close encounter. Good choice to make with the small guns, but they get smoked off. Or did they smoke themselves off? I didn't really get that, but the terrorists are slowed down on B, and Neo Bialy get themselves one frag each to make it a 3v5 early on in the round. Good positions by Virtus.pro inside the A bomb site, shutting down that push, but Ivy gets lost. Pasha perishes to Pronix, and the Fnatic squad has an opening on A. The CTs need to take care of that, and that weakens the defense on Pop Dog. Neo, though, closes that door straight away. Fnatic now on a desperation execution on the B bomb site. They're trying to get at least a bomb planned, and maybe they will pick up the frag onto Taz, but Taz with the MP9 going for another frag. Not going to happen, though. Neo picks up Flasher after that and makes it 4-0. Virtus.pro hanging on to the rifle round. They kind of struggled in the middle, but it wasn't a real struggle. Neo was closing the door on Pronax straight away. When Pronax got the opening frag on Ivy, Neo was quick to rotate back and then shut it down over there. So the threat was gone, and the CTs were able to then focus on the B bomb side where the rest of the terrorists were headed at. Now Fnatic obviously with another save, and the CTs are trying to work up their economy with 2 AWPs, the kind of old school 1.6 setup. Pasha burns one alive already. Good barbecue, trying to take revenge, so to speak. And Pasha now getting the second frag. Neo with one in between, and Snacks with the AK shot onto JW. Pasha now missing his first shot, but the 5-7, no, actually P250 does its trick. 5-0 in favor of Virtus.pro. Taking the lead early on is really good for their momentum, but you can never count out Fnatic in those matchups where they are down 5-0. There is still 10 rounds to be played, and the Swedes can easily get back into the matchup. They just need to take 5 out of 10, and if they once get the CTs to save, which is not going to happen anytime soon, but if they get that situation in their favor, it could be possible for them. Now Pasha and Bialy on that push into Ivy. Pasha with the no-scope, and then the following P250 frag. Snacks takes care of the JW, so to speak, of the AWP player of Fnatic, even though he didn't have the scope with him this time. Crims is seemingly the only Fnatic player that is able to reply with anything right now. Taz and Snacks in a 2v2 situation. The bomb gets planted now. Taz comes in from Pop Dog. 1v1 evolving. Crims with 3 kills already, and he makes a quad kill onto Snacks, winning the 1v2 situation and finally getting the round on the board for Fnatic. Good job by Crims. Frag leading for Fnatic right now with 8, and the second fragger is Flush and Pronax with 2 only. So Crims is doing the majority of the work with already a frag highlight in the pistol round, and now racking up 4 kills in 1 round. Really good job by him, but Virtus.pro still able to buy weapons, so the Poles are not yet forced to save. The situation that I talked about in the rifle round before is still not applied yet. JW gets a cheeky frag into the back of Bialy, but Snacks then gets a refrag. Pasha needs to watch his back here. Oh, how did that happen? Olaf didn't check the corner. Pasha with the no-scope. It's a second in the matchup. Now takes his time, but just watches Flusher for a second, then takes a deep breath and disposes of him. 2v1 situation. Pronax still in the round. He is rotating towards B right now, and this is the right guess to make for him. He could actually get around the CTs. Taz, though, knows what is going to happen. He's already on the rotation, trying to be as close as possible to B and A at the same time, while Pasha is checking out A main. Taz will be the first line of defense against Pronax, who is slowly but surely getting closer to the bomb site. He still has quite some economy for him, quite some equipment with a smoke and 2 flashes, but the CTs have even more grenades, so the retake should be not easy, but definitely possible for them. Pronax now goes for the fake plan, tries to draw out the CTs. He knows that there is probably one close by. That didn't spot Taz, though. Taz was still hidden from the smoke, or by the smoke actually, and now the bomb goes down. Pronax covers himself from terrorist slope, and Taz checks out the bomb site, doesn't spot anyone yet, and Pronex still holding on to that angle. Pasha comes around the corner with the scope in the shoulder, so to speak, and goes for the defuse straight away. 5-1 now in favor, 6-1 now in favor of Virtus.pro after the bomb gets defused by Pasha, and Fnatic just giving that round away is forced to save again, and the Poles are not allowing the Swedes to run away with the scoreline yet. So Fnatic with 2 deagles right now, 2 P250s and a Glock 4 Crims. Virtus.pro only with 1 scope for now. They still want to work their economy back up. Tasso in a horrible position, just getting caught out by Crims. Once again, it is Crims to step it up, but Snacks with a double kill, closes out the terrorist, and the CT's on the rotation in a 4v2 situation. Olofmeister got his hands on the AK, and Flusher tries to make his deagle work. It's not going to happen though, and he's jumping up. Snacks is really, he's so close. He's basically below him. He was standing up on the ledge, just above Snacks' head. Snacks is still looking for the kill. He knows that Flusher was around there somewhere, but it really didn't matter too much as Snacks goes for the spray and then retreats. Lets his teammates take that position. Bialy with the kill. Olof is the last man standing. He goes for upper B, and Pasha had that covered with a scope. 7-1 by Virtus.pro. Good rotation and good frags by Snacks to shut down the terrorist push in this anti-eco. So only 1 player dying in this round actually helps Virtus.pro to get their economy back on track after losing that 1 round. They were left in a position where Fnatic could have forced them to save with the upset in the previous round. But luckily for the Poles, they avoided that to happen, and now the Swedes are back on AKs. No scope for them. JW would love to get his favorite. JW would love to get his favorite weapon back in his hands, but for now he has to stick with the rifle, and Fnatic is lining up the B bomb site execution. JW is in a good position to watch or to look through the smoke and maybe catch a CT off guard. Virtus.pro is staying back in those defensive positions though. Snacks is really close to the A bomb site rotation, and now Taz gets flashed to death. They are coming for him. They're flying down like bats on him. He gets 1 kill, but Flasher trades him straight away. 4v4. The bomb is about to be planted. Snacks lurking through the smoke, going for the bomb planted. Doesn't get the frag though. JW covers him nicely, and Olof with another frag, tilting it into a 4v2. Flasher going through the trains and picking up a double headshot, making it a triple in the round. And he's looking to, oh, he was just discussing with his teammates, and actually seemed like JW didn't want to have the scope for now. Second round on the board though for Fnatic. Virtus.pro is once again in that situation where they could be forced to save if Fnatic string those rounds together. Now the Swedes need to make it happen. They don't have too many rounds left on the board. Only 6 to play in this first half, and they need to get at least 2, maybe 3 on the board to make something happen in the second half. Pasha goes for the aggression in Ivy, but he gets traded by Crims, and Pronex picked up a frag onto Bialy early on. So now we are back in a 3v3 though, thanks to Neo's kill on the A bomb set. Flasher has him covered though, and he's going for the spray. Doesn't hit too many bullets, so he gets flashed from behind, but just gets a grab on Taz. Good headshot by Flusher to take care of him. At Snacks with another backstab, double kill for him. Olof dispose of Neo. Now it's a 1v1 situation. Snacks down to 15 HP. He's got a lot of equipment, but he's only got those some HP to work with. Olofmeister just needs to hit 1 more bullet, and this round is over in favor of Fnatic. Snacks though goes for the really close encounter right now. Olof just trying to cover himself until the CT goes for the defuse, and now Olofmeister knows that Snacks is close by. Snacks is running out of time. He goes for the desperation sprays and now tries to back off. Olof has him covered though, and Fnatic will actually get those 2 rounds strung together to make the CT save, and now the Swedes find themselves in a good position to make it 7-4 probably, or maybe even 7-5 if they keep their good rifle round performance up in the upcoming rifle round that Virtus.pro will probably go for. The Poles with only a few 5-7s and a deagle for snacks. Taz goes for the armor, but not anything else on the board for the Poles right now. Fnatic going for a slow round. JW covers the back alley. Pasha gets disposed of straight away. Snacks with the deagle though, making it work on Pronex, going for the surprise frag. Flushes with the instant trade, and he's really doing his job on those trades and also covering his teammates on the bomb. For example, on the bomb plan last round. Olaf now takes over Pop Dog onto Neo, while Crims disposes of Taz over at B. It seems to be a really easy round for Fnatic. 1v4. Bialy goes down to JW's Glock, and it's going to be the 7-4. Fnatic does not let this chance slip away easily. So now they are within reach of Virtus.pro. Only 3 rounds separating the two teams. The Poles need to get this rifle round on the board. Otherwise, they could actually be forced to save one more time. And then the Swedes could actually force them on a double save. So, well, actually the loser bonus will help Virtus.pro to maybe squeeze a buy out or a forced buy at least. So Fnatic in a really good position right now. They could make this go 7-6, but Snacks and Taz with the opening frags over at A and B, getting those closing frags. Taz with a triple, avoiding the nade, staying alive at 2 HP right now, leaving Crims alone against 5 CTs. And this is a horrible turnout for Fnatic. They were looking so strong right now. Now Crims is looking not too shabby as well, taking out Neo, going for a premature spray around the corner just to pre-fire if any more CTs were coming this direction. Now he pushes through the smoke. Oh, actually doesn't push through the smoke. So he's not going for the stupid play. Flashes himself through now. Knows that Taz is on board the train. And even though he picks Taz off, Snacks with the refrag saves the day for Virtus.pro and doesn't allow Crims to get into this 1v5 situation that he already turned into a 1v3. So Fnatic still able to buy weapons, can keep the pressure up on the CTs, and thanks to the frags of Crims, the CTs are still not feeling too well on the financial side. Look at them, they're still not out of that position to be forced on a save. The Swedes could actually still get to a 6th round terrorist side on train. Now it seems like Virtus.pro really seal A main, and as I say that, Olaf Meister gets a frag onto Neo, but Bialy did a very good job on top of those trains, making it a 4v5 early on, even though Olaf got the trade onto Neo. Now Pasha makes up for that. Taz closes out the B bomb set, really good job by him. Now it's Snacks taking over the B bomb side as Taz perished in battle. 2v3 in favor of the CT. Snacks going for the information. He wants to know where the terrorists are coming from, and he doesn't spot anyone yet. So the likelihood of the terrorists actually going towards A is rather high. Look at Olaf coming in from Ivy. He can cramp into Bialy, but he turns the wrong way. Now it spots Bialy just in time to put a bullet through his cranium. Snacks though comes around the corner on B and drops the bomb. Olaf needs to come back all the way towards B with 30 seconds on the clock. He needs to expose his position by just stomping down, and this will prepare the CTs. But look at Olaf just going for the frag. He just read Snacks like an open book. He exactly knew where the CT would be, and now he's going back towards the A bomb set with his 1 HP, received 99 damage in the BenQ Showmatch, and going for the flash into connector, going for the bomb plan as well. Olaf makes this happen, gets the C4 down on the floor just in time, goes for the encounter, even though he doesn't get the frag straight away. Now he knows where Pasha is coming from. Pasha knows that Olaf is really low. He still goes for the AWP, but Olaf clutches it. Quad kill for him against Virtus.pro, keeping Fnatic in this game and just shutting down the CT's hopes of getting it to a successful looking 9-4, maybe 10-4 scoreline until this half would end. Really good performance by Olaf, clutching this round from Virtus.pro. What a sick clutch that was with 1 HP against Pasha. JW now catching fire as well, carried by the momentum that Olaf just got. Fnatic, they will swarm into the A bomb site, already getting the first frag. Neo though with a good headshot onto Pronex. Olaf and Flusher though reply, and they don't let Virtus.pro come into this round at all. Fnatic with a 6th round on the board, now heading into this last round of the first half of the first map in the best of 3. Let's see if Virtus can come back and make it 9-6, or if Fnatic can make this 8-7, which would be an amazing performance, especially considering the early streak that Virtus.pro came up with. 14 frags for Crims, 14 for Pasha and Snacks, and Taz is going for the P90 push. Good spray onto Flusher to open up the things on the B bomb side. JW slipped through his fingers though, and he doesn't care about what is going on behind him. Now turns around just in time to take out Taz, going for the scope onto Neo. Now those plays are really great. Fnatic stepping it up. Bronox going to work onto Snacks. Bialy is now the last man standing, and he will try to come back in a 1v3 situation. Gets the first one killed, and the bomb is still in the hands of the T's, being planted over at B. JW holding on to A bomb side, trying to intercept Bialy on his way. The no scope onto Bialy. JW making himself shine in this last round. 8-7. Virtus.pro just barely win the first half, but it doesn't really count as a win. The terrorists were really performing in those last few rounds, especially Olof with that crucial 1v3 or 4 actually clutch against Virtus.pro. Just amazing play by probably the best player in the world right now. But the terrorist rounds have been really close. They won 3 1v1 situations, or 1vx situations, so to speak. So yeah, let's see if Virtus.pro can get something done in the pist round. It would be their hopes to get something on the board to pick up the momentum again. They were crushed in the past few rounds by Fnatic, who just seemed to warm up themselves, kind of. Now the polls on the way to Ivy, while the CTs have 4 players stacked on the A bomb side, having Flusher close by on B. You will gather the information if there is any terrorist action going on. JW pushes forward into Pop Dog already, and Olof gets himself into position on B as well. So the CTs could actually execute a counter push onto the B halls. Virtus.pro going for 3-man Ivy push, and they will probably try to get the bomb through Pop Dog, where JW is waiting already. JW gets a shot onto Neo as well, drops the bomb. Bialy with the trade over at Ivy. The CTs get now surrounded by the terrorists, but JW picks up another bomb carrier. It seems to be the curse of the C4 right now. Flusher with a frag onto Pasha. It's a 2v4 situation in favor of the Swedes. Snacks trying to fight for his life and comes around the corner with a blazing Glock. 3 bullets flying the way of Flusher, making it a 2v3 again. JW is down to 34, so he should be an easy pickoff if Virtus.pro spot him in time. The bomb is still dropped on Pop Dog. So Fnatic have that information thanks to Olof, who just took a peek around the corner, and Bialy going for the shot onto Crims, but not getting it done. Olof coming in from behind right now with the P2000, not finding the kill though. Virtus.pro still alive, 20 seconds on the clock, they need to hurry up, and JW disposes of Bialy. Now it should go the way of Fnatic, but Snacks is still around, and he just gets out on top of Olof. My son Pop Dog ladder, 9 seconds on the clock, he's rushing to the bomb, and will he get it planted? Oh, he makes it just in time. That is really close by. Snacks 1v2 situation. Now going for the straight peak, smokes himself off on the one side, trying to get away, or at least makes the CTs think that he's going to get away, and Crims has him covered though. Good push by JW, and Crims coming in from both directions, and the bomb will get defused by Fnatic to make it 8-8. The Swedes will win the second pist round, just like Virtus.pro did in the first half. Now can the Swedes hold on to that? Virtus.pro planted a bomb, so they will probably go for a more... Yeah, of course. I tried to say that they will go for a rather defensive buy and save as much money as possible while still getting some upgraded pistols on the board to have a rifle round in the upcoming round. But the Poles don't care what I think or say. They will go for 3 Tech 9s and a CZ75 and a Scout for Pasha. So they try to apply the pressure on the CTs straight away and not let the CTs get their economy going for them. Olof with the first aggression on Pop Dog with the MP7. Same weapon that Pronex has as well, and JW pushes through the smoke. Risky play by him, but it paid off onto Pasha. Now Snacks picks that weapon up, gets it back to safety, and gets in line for the execution. The bomb is in danger though. Neo is waiting out on Pop Dog ladder, and Flusher is coming in with the P90 from above. Oh, he takes out Taz. Now Neo pops up back, but Flusher with the double kill. 50 bullets are enough to take down a whole team of terrorists. Now JW makes his USP work on Snacks, and even though Bialy was able to take him him down in turn. Flusha with his third frag off the P90, 9-8 in favor of Fnatic, collecting the second round. Even though Virtus.pro went for 3 Tech-9s and a scout, didn't really pay off for the Poles. They only got 2 frags, so the economical pressure that they tried to apply didn't really get applied as much as they hoped for. So now they're going for another force buy with 2 Tech-9s and a Deagle this time. Still CZ75 and a scout for Snacks and Bialy. And Olaf gets in position for the Max 7 takedown on Neo. Let's see if he can pick it up. If he can turn the heat up on Virtus.pro. If the Poles go for the B bomb side, Olaf will go for the back push, and if they will go for Pop Dog, Olaf would be able to intercept them, but they spot him already. Now he goes for the shot onto Neo, tries to get out on top of Taz, and actually Taz uses the ladder perfectly with the Tech-9, just going up and down, and finally getting the frag as well. Pasha dings JW and Crims as well with the weapon that he picked up. 2v4 situation in favor of the terrorists right now. Pasha, Taz, and Snacks are really low. Now Bialy joins the squad in his low range HP and actually goes down to Pronex. Flusha picks off Snacks. And the CTs will use their equipment to get out on top. Taz is the last man standing with the Max 7 as Pronex pushes him. Flusha takes him out. Triple kill for him. The bomb is ticking quite fast already, but Flusha is on the defuse. And will he get it? It's still really close, but he just managed to do it in time. 10-8 now for Fnatic. Sorry. I'm still ill. If you have watched my recent Daily Motion casts, you know the deal. I just missed my mute button. That's why you witnessed that awesome cough. Really sorry for that. I will mute myself really quick. Now Fnatic getting back in balance with a whitewash on Virtus.pro. 3 for Olaf and 2 for JW. Good job by the Swedes. Even though they were struggling in the round before, they now are picking up the momentum, and Virtus.pro with the first rifle round after a lengthy streak of force buy rounds. Finally the Poles have enough money on the board to get a buy. Bialy gets flashed by Ivy. Good counter flash allows the terrorists to actually get the trade. Pasha and Pronex will trade blows 4v4. JW still with the Max 7, and he is going for the troll play in B tunnels, B hallways. It's not really paying off though for him. Taz is down to 32, but he was looking for the kill, and the CT's holding on to A with 3 players right now. Virtus.pro pushing forward. Taz with the smoke shot onto Olaf. Flusha going for the cuddle and just tries to get some more energy to his teammate, you know, just taking him. JW cuddle a little bit with Flusha. They really like each other. They are sitting next to each other on the lands as well. And Snacks will dispose of Flusha. Now JW will be crying with his Max 7. He's going for the revenge frag surely. Just waiting for the terrorists to go for the bomb plan as the terrorists are moving in. Pronex though gets a double. Taz and Pasha are down. 2v2 situation. Snacks coming on from above and behind. So 2 different directions. 1v1 situation thanks to Pronex's triple kill. And he uses his flash to get a little bit closer to Snacks. Still, the bomb is dropped. 20 seconds on the clock. Pronex doesn't let Snacks get to the C4. Just picks him off. Quad kill for the in-game leader of Fnatic, making it 12-8 in favor of the Swedes. The favorites are living up to the expectations right now on the first map of this best of 3 series for $2,000 euros. Don't worry, I'm not dying in here. I'm just muting myself from time to time to clear my throat a little bit. Pasha with the first, JW with the reply, but Bialy just turns around to dispose of him straight away. 3v4 now in favor of Virtus.pro with that buy that they could afford or were able to afford thanks to the bomb plan. They just push into the A bomb site and they get the frags. Now one is coming in from behind. It is Pronax once again stepping it up for his squad, picking off Neo, making it a 2v2 with another frag. Now Flush is coming in as well and they will pinch in on Taz. He doesn't know that they're on both directions, but he picks off Flasher, gets himself some room to work with, and Snacks is trying to help out his teammate, covering him from the other side, and together Virtus.pro will win the round. Team play can take you to really good positions, and that's what Snacks and Taz just showed us. 12-9, Virtus.pro don't let the CTs get away with more than 5 rounds, and it kind of resembles the first half. If you see that, it could really be the case right now. Let's see if Virtus can force the CTs on a save. They still have a max 7, and it seems like Fnatic is trying to have some fun with that weapon, and it's also a viable weapon on train. A more viable weapon is the AWP, however, with JW getting the first. Olof just surprising Neo, popping out like a jack in the box. 5v3 in favor of the CTs. Now Pasha and company need to make up for those previous kind of sloppiness that they had in their squad. They were not really covering each other too much. Fnatic has so much information on the A bomb site, with JW covering the terrorist spawn alley, and actually not JW, but I think it must be Pronax then. Bialy in a fight now in a 1v4. Oh, makes it a 1v3 thanks to a double kill. He was down in a 1v5 before he picked up Flusher and Olaf. And now he's coming to the A bomb site. Pronax has him covered though. And yeah, indeed, it was Pronax having eyes on the spawn alley. So the CTs had so much information. They really couldn't let this round slip anymore. 13-9. Fnatic is back on track, forcing Virtus.pro on a save. They should be able to pick up the 14th round if they don't get upset by the polls. Now, outright aggression by Pronax, using the smoke in his advantage, but Pasha just goes through it. Doesn't even care to check anymore. Pronax flashes himself through there, and he will get back. Now, Pasha is well known to the Fnatic squad. Pronax gets back there, even though Pasha got one upsetting frag to the CTs. Pronax is able to reply, and here comes the second frag. The in-game leader stepping it up right now for Fnatic. In fact, he's got 14 frags, but I think he picked up 7 in the last 2 rounds. Not actually 7, but 6, I believe. Now 24 JW, 19 for Olaf, and on the other side we have 20 for Snacks and 19 for Pasha. So if you just take the frags, it seems to be equal, but we have Neo lagging behind a little bit. So Virtus.pro have to have him step up a little bit. The Terror is now going for the forced buy with the Galil in the hands of Taz, and Snacks goes down to JW on that A push already, but Taz with a refrag. Pronax with the backstab. Once again, Ivy is his territory. Nobody can trespass that. And Olaf Meister makes A his territory with a double kill over there. 15-9. Fnatic with 6 match points on the first map. Getting closer to the 2,000 euros cashed out by BenQ in this show match. Virtus.pro though still have 6 more rounds to make up, and if they lose this map, they could go for the second map, which will be Cobblestone. Actually, it is the Poles map right now, so they are kind of supposed to win it. Now they need to make it work with those 3 Tech 9s, the Scout and the CZ75. Let's see what they are able to achieve. They actually got that first damage onto Pronax, but JW on the cheeky push, once again taking control of B-Horse, but Taz with the headshot. Snacks on the other side of the map as well. Onto Crims, taking control of A. Virtus.pro still staying alive in this round. Taz coming in, swooping onto Olaf Meister. Pronax in the meantime took out Pasha, and once again, Pronax taking control of Ivy with that nade onto Snacks. The bomb goes down, courtesy of Bialy, and Taz got himself the hands on the rifle that he already used to take out Olaf. 2v2 situation. The HP is almost equal. Flasher smoking off the bomb, and Taz going for the double kill, clutching it away from Fnatic. They had everything settled for them, but still Taz was able to make this rifle that he picked up work and got himself the 4K in this really important round for Virtus.pro. The Poles stay alive, and now they going for another forced buy. Tech9 still for snacks, but the rest of the squad have rifles, even though Nia goes for the Galil, or has to go for the Galil. The Poles at least have 3 AKs, and they are getting closer to forcing the CETs on a save. The Swedes with that AWP for JW, he's finally picking up the real gun, going for the real deal. Taz on the lookout for some kills. Pasha picks up Pronax. JW with the refrag. Now Neo trying to get something back with the Galil, trying to cover his teammate. Bialy goes down to Olaf though. Neo perishes as well. Pasha goes down. It's Snacks against 4 CTs right now. He gets one shot, but JW closes him out 16-10 in favor of Fnatic on the first map on the BenQ Showmatch. So we will head into the second map, Cobblestone, in just a few moments. Stay tuned, guys and girls. We're going for a really small break, and then we are back with Fnatic against Virtus.pro.